Hello everyone, so this is Jainam Patani. Okay, I'm gonna be today's tutor and today I'll be teaching you how to make a bouncing ball game. Okay, so let's start with. So the name of this platform is Scratch platform. Okay, in the extreme left hand side if you see, this is a toolbox containing lots and lots of tool. Okay, and you'll be dragging all this code and you'll be putting it over here. It's the code where I put is known as workspace, and whatever the output will be shown over here, in the extreme right, this is known as stage. Okay, so let's start with this. The first thing I'll be doing is I'll be adding one. Let's paint the sprite. Okay, okay, let's put it over here. Okay, let's make its size a bit smaller. This much is enough. Okay, now we'll be starting with when game flag clicked, I'll be assigning it this position. Okay, now I want to make it move leftwards and rightwards, so I'll be putting a forever loop because this will be a continuous process, and inside this we'll be putting two if conditions. In this if conditions, I'll be saying if left or right arrow key pressed, if left or right. Okay, so I'll be changing my x-axis by positive number if right arrow key is pressed because I want it to move rightwards, and left for left arrow key I'll be changing my x by negative number. Okay, let's see this working so perfectly. Okay, so now what's next? Okay, let's let's write a code for our ball. So for that we'll be adding a ball. This is the ball. Okay, so now what do I want? When green flag clicked, first assignment of position. Suppose I want it to appear over here, so or else go to this position. Okay, and I'll be making it I'll be putting a forever loop because this is a continuous process. In this forever loop, what I'll be saying is move, keep moving, nothing else. Let's see. Okay, now I want it to move downwards. Okay, or even this is okay. If it is on edge, I want it to bounce, so I'll be just writing if on edge bounce. Okay, this is working perfectly. Now what? Okay, I'll be making it turn a bit. Okay, so whenever it starts, I want it to turn like 45 degree, pointing direction 45 degree maybe, or 150. Let's do it now. Okay, now it is working so perfectly. Now what else? Okay, so now what we'll be doing is we'll be putting one in background. We'll be going to its paint. Okay, I'll be just making a red base. Okay, outline I'll make it 0. If this ball touches this red color, then the game will end. Okay, now I want this ball to bounce whenever it touches the sprite 2, so I'll be putting an if condition. If it is touching this sprite 2, then I want it to bounce. So basically what I'll be writing is I'll be turning it randomly from 150 to 180. Now let's see how it should work. Okay, now what? Okay, so basically I'll be writing that whenever it touches the sprite, I want my score to increase, so I'll be making my score for at the start I want my score to be 0, then I want it to increase by 1. Let's see how it should work. Perfect. Now I want to write a game. Okay, so basically I'll be making, okay, so whenever my score gets more than 20, I want this ball to move faster. So if my score gets more than, okay, over here I'll be writing 20, and over here I'll be putting score. So if my score is more than 20, then what I'll be doing is, instead of move 10 steps, I'll be making it move 25 steps. Okay, now this is working perfectly. Now I'll be writing that if it touches the red color, okay, then the game should stop. Touching color, I'll be choosing the color from the background. If it is touching this color, then I'll be broadcasting game over. Okay, let's see how it's working. So what happens when I receive game over? So when I receive game over, first thing is I'll be playing one sound. I'll be getting that sound. The name of the sound is loose. When I receive game over, play sound until done. Then what? Then I'll be also putting some sound effect whenever this ball touches this sprite. So play sound, start sound. Boing. Let's see how it works. Boing. Okay. This is working so perfectly. Now what do I want? Whenever this touches this, first it will play sound. Okay. And then I'll be also putting stop all. Okay, I'll be copying this code over here too. Just over here, I don't want to play this sound again, so I'll be deleting it. Let's see how it works. Okay. Now you can also make one background. We'll be just duplicating it. And over here I'll be writing game over. Okay, I'll be increasing its size. I'll be going to code, and over here instead of play sound until done, I'll be putting start sound, and then I'll be stopping other scripts and sprite. Whenever the game starts, when green flag is being clicked, I'll be switching my backdrop to backdrop 1, and when I receive game over, I'll be switching my backdrop to backdrop 2. Let's see. Okay. Instead of this 20, let's make it 5 itself. So yeah, this is how it is working. I hope you have understood all the code, logic and concept, and I also hope you have enjoyed this lecture and you have got to understand something from this. And yeah, so this is Jainam Patani. I'm signing off.